Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So, my friends, update here on the US stock market. We have a deep look here into the ticker SPX, the S&P 500 index, and yesterday, of course, there was some red blood in the market, everything red, guys. This is what a watch list looks like. Yeah, when you scroll down, you can see there is not a single green number. Oh yes, here AMTD, we have here 0.9% and Apple with 0.3%. But this is what the market makers do, guys. So I give you now an updated chart analysis here. Everything what I say is not financial advice, and we check the situation if we officially are here in a bear market or not. If you have not seen my previous videos on the S&P 500, in my opinion, guys, the market peak has been already in September 2025. This is what I think based on the chart, and I will show you why. Of course, you can see that we broke here a little bit higher, that we have still here some room to go. The reason for that is that we have some stocks here in this, at least here in the America Most Wanted list, which means the blue chip stocks here, where the peak is not in yet. However, if we check a couple of them before we go in the chart details, for example, NVDA, guys, very bearish setup here. I'm using my own indicator here. This is called the RSI Ultimate Indicator. Looks like the normal trading view RSI, but I made it completely different here with different terminologies. And we can see that the this indicator here shows already strong bearish signals. The price for NVIDIA is still going up, but the RSI is not, guys, and this is very dangerous when you have these kind of setups. You can expect a bigger correction. Let's have a look at Tesla. Tesla has no bearish signals, but is also overbought here. You can see completely overbought. I made a video on Tesla as well. I think there is a little bit more upside possible before we see here a bigger correction as well. Intel stock, also dedicated videos on that. Huge bearish signal. Intel had fulfilled its Wyckoff pattern here. Now we have here huge bear attack signals. As I said, guys, that does not mean that those stocks now start to crash, but this is a signal that definitely the indicators telling us that we have here some potential downside incoming. By the way, guys, all indicators which I'm showing you here in this video are available in the video description. Most popular is by far here my RSI Ultimate Indicator, guys. Maybe let's check Amazon. What do we have here? It's the same picture, guys, completely overbought already. Bear alert signals here, but still support here on the EMA lines and so on. So you can see that the market is more than overheated right now. Yeah, there is still some potential for some of these stocks to build all-time highs, but in this technical situation, this is where you don't want to buy when we have these bear alert signals here. Just when we have a quick look at Amazon, we can see that the stock dropped after this bear attack signal here by 33%. There are already some landing zones and signals where we should and could go. That's why I say, guys, make your own due diligence. I cannot give you here any financial advices, but the market is indeed overheated. So for the S&P 500, yeah, surprising picture here. RSI wise is the same, guys. Yeah, bear alert, bear alert, bear alert. So the stock still went a little bit higher, but I want to show you now here my drawings. And this is what I made. I made, by the way, also some updates in between here. Sorry that you have not seen an update here in the past weeks, but my members asked me here on Patreon to do an update on the S&P 500 stock market. I did that. So if you want to see here my member content as well, you can join us on Patreon. We have here a lot of member stocks. Yeah, swing trade stocks available. Yeah, with, you know, they can squeeze, they cannot squeeze, but we have a lot of stocks and a lot of content available here. I have a lot of trading tutorials as well for beginners and advanced traders. So we have a huge community here on Patreon, and the full package membership gives you access to all my content, to all videos. The link patreon.com/blackbelttrader is also available in the video description, guys. So, okay, the S&P 500, this is now the monthly chart. So if you have not seen my previous videos, I show you that here, how that looks like. We have here a trend channel pattern. Let's call it a double-sided trend channel pattern. The red zone here is the most bearish zone which we have on the S&P 500. And you can see since 2018, we never left this red zone here, the strongest bearish zone. Let's call it an algo supply zone. However, guys, last month here, we closed a monthly candle above this red area here, which is the first time since 2018. That's why I mentioned there is a very small chance, guys, a very small chance that we see a market short squeeze same like we had in 2021. Technically, the chance is there. Do I believe that? Do I expect that right now? No, guys, if you ask me, I can be wrong, but I think that this is a fake out and that a bigger correction is necessary. We had here the second trend channel, which we have is this white trend channel here, guys, and you can see the same picture, by the way, here, that we always have support at the bottom here of this white trend channel. The support has been tested in 2020. That was in March, just after the Corona pandemic, before we had this massive short squeeze rally, which lasted here until the end of 2021. The next touch point was here, October 2022. That was the end of the bear market. We had here a bear market for 10 to 11 months. And then the last touch point, the most actual one, was in April 2025. And that was, in my opinion, guys, only a market fake out, shake out. And this is the problem, that I think that that was just a test by the market makers to create this hype here, to create this FOMO, and that we could see a much, much bigger technical correction incoming for, yeah, almost every stock here in the US market. Support wise, what does that mean? So if we keep on holding this pattern here, if we don't talk about a massive market crash, of course the news will tell you that this is a market crash, but if we just have a normal market correction, then we should have support here in the $5,189 range. So based on the actual price which we have today, this moving average is an ascending line, of course, but the trend channel bottom is somewhere here in the $5,100, $5,200 range. As I said, this is depending on here how we come down. If we're talking here about a short squeeze scenario, guys, that would mean that the S&P 500 will find somewhere support between 6,200 and maybe 6,000, somewhere here in that range. I think this is where we could find support, and then a market short squeeze would be possible. As I said, I don't expect that, or even we bounce off here from this red trend channel pattern. But as I said, guys, this is just not what I believe. The market makers want you to think and want you to believe that exactly this will happen right now, a market short squeeze. I already sold most of my big tech stocks here, took profits, and I'm waiting here for a dip, for a confirmation, guys. Yeah, and that means that I'm waiting here for this price level here, this trend line here, to touch again. No matter how long that might take, that may take here 9 to 10 months, same like we had here by the end of 2022. This is what I honestly expect based on the chart. But as I said, yeah, there is a small chance that we see a market short squeeze. But when we see the market is completely overheated, I don't know if you already saw my Bitcoin prediction here. It's the same, guys. Yeah, this is also monthly chart pattern here for Bitcoin, and you can see that Bitcoin never could break out of this trend line here. Every time we had a double retest here before a sell-off, and now we have here again our double retest, and you can see that Bitcoin is fighting now here in the 100,000 US dollar range. It just makes no sense that big boys buying a stock here or an asset at these price levels, you know, and then forcing a squeeze. A market short squeeze means that they want to get the lowest possible price, and they are not stupid, guys. They don't buy Bitcoin here in the 120,000 US dollar range. Yeah, guys, this is what I can tell you. So in my opinion, as I said that before in all my videos, I think the market peak is in, the market top is in. It takes a couple of weeks or months sometimes to build that top and to pull the trigger. This is not yet, guys, here a strong market crash, but we can see that the market makers, you know, just tanking everything down what we have here in the market. And there is a chance that we see a strong technical reaction incoming this or next week. This is possible. But as I said, guys, overall, I think that the top is already in and that it's just a matter of time until we see here a bigger correction, which is absolutely healthy and necessary to accumulate your positions or to get some very nice new entries. My friends, that was my S&P 500 market update. If you don't want to miss any updates, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. If you want to see more market update videos, then please push this video here above 300 likes. I want to create content which you want to see, guys. So by giving this video here a like and push that video above 300 likes, that shows me that you want to see updates like that. This is my personal indicator. So thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to check out here the indicators in the video description, guys. Also the Squeeze Calendar Pro, very popular tool. And being that said, I wish you great success. Don't be scared, guys. Have a tight trading strategy. Thank you for your loyal support and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.